Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 12th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Noles will kick this away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Looking to pass here. And they'll start off with a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Using his legs, it's Judkins. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Important second down play coming up. And the running back takes the handoff.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Down in the red zone. Try and muscle for the first down. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down mark. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's second down. To throw, it's Howard. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up a third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The back's got it. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You think you've got him right where you want him on third and long, and you give up a run play for a first down. The offense makes you pay for assuming the pass and bailing out too quick in coverage.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score in the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, it's a huge plus.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
Changes hands, and the offense finds itself backed up inside their own 10. The shotgun running play call. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
Well, you can just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing, and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And the ball to the ground.
一方面的ball 冲跑而得。
the fumble.
Chris, I love how this defense is playing in the rain right now. No concern at all with the vertical shots downfield. They're attacking the offense, and here they get a turnover.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Looking to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Judkins. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. A quick throw out left, complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, I mean, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Here's the handoff.
Man, it is not that hard.
Nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Offensive line.
They were backed up to start the drive. Some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Doesn't bring the kick out or touchback. They'll start the 25.
There's nobody on the fucking and
Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They got into close territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw. It's Uiagalelei. He'll take a deep shot here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. That's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync.
wide open.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? And the Seminoles will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it go quickly. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. You come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Coming up, second down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
It just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now will they give it to him again to see if he can break the play?
This would be a big disappointment to get this starting field position. They have to settle for 3. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. The kickoff a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Back to throw. It's Uyunglele. Looking for a deep completion.
And he dropped the ball. I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. Not collect it.
Nigga dropped the ball, son. Like, be for real, bro. Nigga, how you supposed to be keeping up with?
Keeping it on the ground here. Football comes out.
And he fumbled up.
Grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Oh, man. The rain ended up acting like an extra defender on this last play. The runner seemed like he was holding onto that football so tight for one moment and then watching it slip away the next.
Nigga hit the ball. I'm so done with this shit, bro.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense can make adjustments, come up with a stop here. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Caught over the middle. It's a Buka. Tackle, but first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense gets pushed back here. Second down here, time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss.
I got a running back that's over the phone.
The 2-minute warning.
He got
Let's see
caught.
if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. They'll run it from the gun.
All right, man.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
And the extra point makes this a 35-zip game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25.
A lot of Ohio State doing all this shit like my fucking defense can't be like, no, I don't think I'm just fucking true.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're in a hole here, and before they have a chance to regroup at halftime, let's see if they can cut into this big lead.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
New center down to the offense. 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. The Knowles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They're going to run it here. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down. 47.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 32.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Crosses the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
They make the extra point. Trail now 35-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. They tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the 1st half, backed up near their own end zone. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They'll hand it off. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Seminoles hustle to the line and crank up the tempo.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
To throw, it's Uiagalelei. Sacked on heavy pressure there. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at about the 27.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Defense makes the stop after the completion. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Williams. 2nd effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the mark. And the Noles lining up here on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. It's incomplete. It was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. And the Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw again. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now someone moved this a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's 3rd and short with 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Looking to pass. It's Riangala.
All they know how to do is drop the fucking ball.